Hey everyone, Ben here. As the old saying goes, there's no safer investment than bricks and mortar and invest into land because God isn't making any more of it. Now I've received a number of requests from you guys to do some more videos on investing into property or real estate as you guys commonly call it in the USA. Now my personal passion is investing, and in the words of the legendary investor Warren Buffett, if you don't find a way to make money work for you while you sleep, you'll work until you die. Now to me, that's a major motivator, but I personally have a real passion for investing, both in stocks and property or real estate, of which I have a substantial portfolio. So in this video, to help you guys out, I'm going to distill down and simplify the wisdom I've learned about investing into real estate over the past few years. So here are my top 3 investing tips for investing into property. But before we dive into that, if you're new around here, why not consider joining the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you do find any value in this video at all, feel free to give it an early thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the YouTube AI. If you want more investing tips or to talk to me directly about your own personal investing situation, then check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. And with that being said, let's dive in. Now, kicking things off at rule number 1 is to assess your own financial situation. Now, I think it's crazy. I speak to so many people, and most people don't even know what their true financial situation is. You should know how much capital do you have to invest? What's your credit situation like? Do you have good credit? Are you in a stable, salaried, PAYE, as we call it in the UK, job, of which you can get really good credit? Do you have any previous bad marks on your credit rating? You can get these from unpaid credit cards and even from parking tickets. I know that one personally.
I'm 80 and a 65.
There's no way. I have my cruise control set to 70. It's impossible.
So firstly, if you're looking for a buy-to-let property or a second property in order to rent out, you're going to need at least 25% deposit. So you're going to need to put 25% deposit down in order to purchase the property. That's for a buy-to-let rental property. Then there's also taxes. So for example, in the UK, we have stamp duty, land tax, or LDST, and that's around 2%, but can go up to 5% for more expensive properties. Then you have solicitor or lawyer fees, so they can range anywhere from £1,500 to around £2,000 to £3,000 or dollars if you're in the US. Then you have mortgage broker fees. Now, I actually have a free mortgage broker who takes his commission from the bank rather from me as I'm investing into the properties. So more information on that in the VIP group. Perhaps I'll do a video about that, how I get the mortgage broker for free in a future video. So know your personal credit situation. I spoke about this earlier. There are various software platforms, most are free, that you can actually sign up to check your own credit rating. An example here is Experian, so you can check your credit rating there. There's also one called Equifax in the UK, which is very popular in order to check your credit rating. But a word of warning, do make sure when you're checking your credit rating that it's a soft check, because sometimes the act of checking your credit rating can actually make your credit rating go worse. So when you go to a bank and if they say to you, oh, before you take out this credit card, we want to check your credit rating, ask them, is this a soft check? And if they say yes, it's fine, it won't affect your credit rating, then say, okay, go ahead and check. But if it isn't, then be careful. Okay, on to tip number 2 is location, location, location. And there's a reason I've said this 3 times. Location is the most important thing you need to think of when investing into property. So major cities are high valued real estate and my personal favorite places to invest. Think of cities such as London, New York, LA. These are vastly popular cities. They're never going to go out of fashion. The real estate there holds their value and increases over time. And the closer you are to the city centre with the best transport links, the more valuable these properties will be. And there's a reason people will pay extortionate rental prices in places such as London or New York, and that's because it's close to many job and business opportunities and also many social opportunities. You have plenty of bars, nightclubs, shops. There's lots to do around major cities, so being close to the action is a great place for any investment. You may have also seen this with Amsterdam. Their property prices have gone through the roof in the past few years. But unless you guys invested 10 years ago, I personally think the best places to invest now are up and coming cities, so those that are just starting to become quite popular. So if you're in the UK, think of Manchester, think of Liverpool, think of Leeds, think of Bristol. These are all great cities to potentially invest into. If you're in the US, think of places such as Dallas, Texas, or even Boston. They're all great and interesting places to potentially invest into. So check the local property prices and look for opportunities in that area. Get to know the area really well and don't just fall for local bias. So that is only investing on your own doorstep. For example, I have a lot of property investments in Manchester city centre. Yes, I do live there, so that is a little bit of local bias, but it also means I know the area really well. You could also look at areas which have gained recent government investment. They could also be interesting to look at. But here's an important tip. Understand how the economic cycles will affect the area you're investing into. And this is why I do like major cities in general. For example, if you're investing into a tourist related area, let's say an area by the beach, when this travel lockdown hit, of course this is a rare occasion, but still, when this travel lockdown hit, all this can affect real estate prices in those areas. And if you're renting properties in those areas, it can also make it more difficult to find tenants. Okay, so finally, tip number 3 is to do your numbers and have an investing strategy. Now, this is so common. I see so many people investing into property, investing into real estate. They have no strategy. They just think, oh, I'll buy it and then I'll rent it or sell it. They don't know the rental price of the area. They don't know the property price of the area. They don't really know their numbers. So really do your numbers on each investment opportunity. Do your numbers on 50 investment opportunities, and I believe you'll find one amazing one.
The house to be spick und span. Are there servants that come with the house?
For example, ask yourself, is this a buy and hold investment? Do I plan to buy this property and hold it for 5, 10, 15, 20 years into the future and benefit from capital appreciation? That is a strategy which worked immensely well in London over the past 15 to 20 years, as we've seen house prices skyrocket over those past few years. Or the property could be a rental or cash flow investment. So you basically want to invest into a portfolio of properties to give you passive income so you can live the life that you want to live while the properties are producing that passive income for you. Then you need to look at rental yields for the properties you're going to be investing into. So here's a tip from my own personal experience. Be aware if you're renting apartments, because many of those are on what's called leasehold. So they'll have a fixed amount of time on the lease when you invest into the property. And they even come with a service charge and a ground rent, which can actually eat away at your own rental profits. Also be aware of the tax implications, as if you have rental income, that class as income and thus is subject to income tax and all the other relevant taxes. This is why many people these days, if they are investing into property, they actually invest inside a limited company to help protect themselves from many of these taxes, as at the end of the day, investing into property is a business, so there's no reason why it can't be in a limited company. So here's a second little tip as well for you guys, because I'm feeling generous. So capital appreciation is generally better down south in the London area, whereas rental yields are generally better up north in places such as Manchester and Liverpool. And I believe that may be the same for many other parts of the world in terms of the major cities and how it's different with regards to capital appreciation and rental yields. So I hope you guys found this video valuable and you've got a lot to think about there. Please do comment your thoughts below on your favorite investing tips for property, or if you have any questions about investing into property. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please do comment below. If you did find any value in this video at all, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the YouTube AI. If you're new around here and you still haven't subscribed, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you do want to know exactly what stocks I'm buying, what investments I'm buying, my entire investing strategy and my entire portfolio for stocks and for property, then check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. There you can also talk to me directly about your own property and investing situation. For example, a few people in the VIP group have messaged me for personal tips on investing into property, and I'm always happy to help and provide information, because I know many years ago when I was looking for information, there was none around, and I'm so surprised that this information is not taught in schools. But really that comes down to the fact that schools want people to work for money rather than make money work for them and actually live a happy and successful life. But we're getting off topic now. So either way, I hope you guys have an incredible day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Invest safe.